Hi, everybody. This is cryptorich working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profit. And this is going to be an update on the world of privacy and, in particular, Pirate Chain. What is happening in the world of Pirate Chain, the most supremely private and secure cryptocurrency there is.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Apollo have produced the ultimate hardware wallet for your cryptocurrency assets, probably the most secure hardware wallet going. Use my affiliate link and the code for a discount. Please follow me on Twitter and join my official Telegram announcements channel. Also, please follow me on bittube.video. You can also follow me on Odyssey. These are both censorship-resistant platforms, and every now and then I am going to post a video which isn't going to be on YouTube. Hey, Draeth, thank you so much for making yourself available. And just to let people know, you are the captain of the good ship Pirate Chain. Pirate Chain is a fully decentralized, volunteer-run project, no token raise or sale or anything like that, funded from our own pockets. It launched in August 2018. I've been covering it since September 2018, and it is way more private than Monero or any other cryptocurrency that you come across. And that's because there's no data on the Pirate Chain blockchain to analyze. It uses ZK snarks, and it is completely resistant to 51 spend attacks and has a much higher anonymity set than Monero. It is also, I'm also a member of the crew of Pirate Chain, so I have a vested interest in this project. I am proud to be a first mate. So there you go, Draeth. I thought I'd say all that because I know the project so well.
No, absolutely, man, definitely.
Yes. Okay. So do you want to let us, and by the way, I cover this project regularly. So if you're interested in privacy, if you're interested in freedom, then you should definitely take a look at Pirate Chain. You should definitely subscribe to my channels, ideally on Odyssey and BitTube versus on YouTube because of YouTube censorship. Okay, Draeth, take it away. What is happening in the world of Pirate Chain?
Oh, since I last spoke with you, man, quite a bit. So we can start off with, I guess, the wallets and such, because there's been several updates to the full node wallet and the rest of them, and the light wallet as well. I think there was one update for that. But the biggest thing is that with the full node wallet, now you can officially have a seed phrase with your full node wallet, right? Here's what that means. You can now take that seed phrase and port it to your light wallet, or take your light wallet seed phrase and port it to your new wallet. So this way you can have your funds and just move them wherever you want, or use whatever wallet you want and have the same wallet address.
Yeah.
Right? Because previously the full node wallet only had a private key that you can import, and that's it. And then the light wallet had a seed phrase, and that was it. So now you can import the seed phrase into the full node wallet. So there's that. And
sorry, Draeth, just on the seed phrase, it used a 24-word seed phrase, and the thing about the full node wallet is very, very secure, but it takes time to run or update the blockchain. Even if you run the bootstrap, it takes a bit of time. And one of the things that I do is I have my wallet offline. It's just offline, and if I ever need to go in there, then I can then use the light wallet to access my funds using the seed phrase, which is just a whole lot quicker, and then delete it off my mobile or my desktop, and it's done. As long as you must keep the seed phrase safe and secure and have a few copies of it.
Yep. Well, I tell everybody to make sure you just copy down your seed phrase and your private keys into, say, Notepad, encrypt that Notepad, throw it onto a couple USB drives, store them somewhere securely, and then you should be good to go. So it can never be too safe with this stuff. So
no, very good. Okay, sorry, please carry on.
Yeah. So on top of that, the update that we had actually this week was the wallet is now encryptable, right? So now you can password protect your full node wallet, and it encrypts it with that password. So now even if somebody gets your wallet.dat file, they don't know your password, they can't do anything. So that's been something that's been bugging us for quite a while, because that hasn't been available before for any ZK Snark full node wallet, right? You couldn't, like, for a ZK for a shielded transaction only chain or PDB transaction chain, there's no wallet that has that kind of requirement of only shielded transactions only that could be encrypted. Not even Zcash had that.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yeah. So now we have that available. That's for testing right now. And then once if there's any bugs, then we fix them, and then we release it, and then get everything good to go. and then we'll have that officially released sometime in the next week or two. So
Great. I look forward to that because that will increase the security of the Pirate. Okay, good. What else is happening?
yeah, so we had the official release of the Pirate Chain Casino called Pirate Life Casino or PirateLife.Casino. So you can actually send your R to your casino wallet, which is non-custodial, meaning that you own that wallet. Nobody else has the keys to that casino wallet, right? Because it's built on the Turtle network, right? So you utilize their wallet system, which is non-custodial, and then so you have full control of your funds, and then you can play in the casino, which is fully on-chain, verifiable, auditable, you name it. And it uses the best random number generator in crypto.
Very good. Okay, and then I did a video on Pirate Life Casino, and I'll have another video coming up which talks about it. So people should go and check those out to find out, because it does give you an opportunity of earning Pirate Chain, right? And you do it just by playing games.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it's gambling, but that's the whole purpose of having anonymous accounts, right? Because that's the thing is that you can sign up for a wallet address anonymously, right? So it just generates the wallet address and that's it. Or if you want to be one of those people who have a email and password login, you could do that as well and sign up for something like that. But it's totally up to the user. There's no requirements on having one or the other. So you can be completely anonymous if you wish to.
And if you want greater anonymity, you could use a VPN as well. And because we're going to mention the Sentinel VPNs, DVPNs are going to be out soon on different applications available on Android currently. And Sentinel and Pirate Chain are both members of the Blockchain Privacy, Security and Adoption Alliance. Just need to get that in. And they're projects working together to further privacy and security in the blockchain space.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. Okay. What else is happening with Pirate Chain?
Yeah, so we had the official release of War. I think it's about 3 weeks ago. Finally, it's been released. I know I've been talking about it for months and months and months, but we needed to make sure that everything was flawless with it. So there's been a ton of debates on the total supply of it and everything like that, and how if we release the full supply, or if the full supply, if we hold on to a portion of the supply in like a Gnosis vault, and have the rest of it in the gateway and things like that. Because the way it works is the way we launched it was we have I think it was 2.5 million tokens in the gateway, and then the rest of it, which was I believe 30 million tokens total, but the rest of that is locked in a Gnosis vault that has I think 7 people that are part of that signing process. So this way, a minimum of 4 need to sign to release tokens to the gateway.
Right.
The reason why we do that is because this way, there's not and not everything's in the gateway for one, and two, in the event that someone tries to brick the gateway, what that means is, say for example, a user has a ton of money, and then buys up R, converts it to War. So, and they take up the vast majority of that supply and then start buying up the rest of it on the exchange, which is PancakeSwap. Now, what ends up happening is they have full control of what's there, and then users, since they took the rest of the supply and converted it, or basically converted the supply that was in the gateway to War. Now, nobody else can get into War. See what I'm saying? So it blocks them from converting R to War. So to mitigate that, it allows us to sign the Gnosis vault and then transfer some additional War to the gateway, or even if the service is super popular, and a bunch of different users are using War, it allows us to transfer a little bit more to the gateway so that additional users can still get in.
Right. Okay. And so, won't it create arbitrage opportunities?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So basically, the whole reason for this is that it's a service, right? So the service being users that are on Binance Smart Chain specifically, because that's where we launched at, are able to sell their assets for War, and then convert them to R. So it's like their funds just disappear because they essentially bought R and now they're transacting privately. So once they convert it to R, it just disappears.
Yeah. Okay. No, okay. That I'm sure that has attractions for people who are interested in privacy, but also it will create an opportunity for people to earn war
Yep.
passively through liquidity mining.
Yep, exactly. I can explain that in a second. But one thing I want to stress, though, is that the biggest thing is that if you're primarily in DeFi and you're on BSC, that's primarily where you trade and stuff like that. How do you get to R? How do you buy R? Right? Because on BSC you have to sell your funds on an exchange, convert it to something that's tradable on a centralized exchange, and then from that point you would have to sell for something on there, then send that asset, probably Bitcoin, over
Yeah.
to another exchange. And it's just like this massive roundabout method to get R. Whereas now, what you can do is you can directly buy WAR, which is not private. I want to make sure everyone knows that WAR is a token and it's not private because it's on Binance Smart Chain. However, R, it doesn't affect our Pirate Chain's blockchain at all because it's completely separate.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a one-to-one bridging service.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I
So
get it.
yeah, so that user can actually sell their assets for WAR, then convert it to R. Now they have R. Done.
Yeah, it makes R way more liquid and accessible. Because what I would do and what I have done is, if I had BNB on BSC, I need to convert that to BNB, like you said, on the main chain, then use that to purchase BTC, then send it to Trade Ogre, and then from Trade Ogre use it to buy R. Oh my God, and then Binance are getting more and more strict because of regulation and stuff, and it just takes time. But this, I can just use BNB on the Binance Smart Chain because I often get paid for my videos in BNB because I don't want ETH or BTC transaction fees, and then convert it to WAR, and then I can take it out and I've got R, send it to my wallet.
Exactly.
Much easier. Okay, now the liquidity mining, that's with WAR and what's the other pair? BNB?
BNB, yeah. So what ends up happening is, for those of you who don't really know too much about liquidity or liquidity staking or anything of that sort, essentially what liquidity is on decentralized exchange like PancakeSwap or Uniswap or any other things like that. You provide liquidity by providing both assets of that pair. So if the trading pair is WAR and BNB, you put up, say, $500 worth of WAR, $500 worth of BNB, and then you provide liquidity into that pair, right? So normally, without staking, what would happen is you would gather 0.3% or something like that of the transactions that occur when people swap. Whereas with the way that we set up WAR, 0.5% goes to the liquidity stakers. So you would go to war.pirate.black, and then you can stake your liquidity there, and then you gather the rewards over time. Now, originally, we had set this up just like Nightlife Crypto to where it's pool mining or pool staking, right? So all the funds that come from the transactions that occur on the network and the buying and selling all get put into a pool, and then it gets basically your rewards are calculated in the sense that however much goes into the pool, however much of a stake you have compared to the total amount of staked, that's the proportion that you get from the total rewards. But what ends up happening is when people claim and things like that, the rewards fluctuate and everything. So a lot of users, I wouldn't say a lot, some users complained about it because they don't understand it fully, or they just don't like it, or they don't have that much staked. So they don't get that many rewards to begin with. And when the rewards fluctuate, it's just, to them, it's like, what's the point? So what I decided to do was in the next few weeks, I'm going to be redoing the contract for staking for both Pirate, for WAR and for Nightlife Crypto, and then releasing that so it's individualized reward addresses. So whatever rewards come into the pool, it automatically gets divvied into those reward addresses, and this way the rewards don't fluctuate because it's in your individual address.
Right.
Now, the downside to that is that because there's so many addresses that it goes into, the fee for claiming goes up, right? So that's the balancing point of that's the negative point that has to be balanced at that for compared to, say, pool staking, which is a lot cheaper.
Right. So, but then what people can do is then wait a while.
Yeah.
Before making a claim, make a claim once a month or something like that, right? Instead of every single day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, and just to make it clear, when you say staking, because R and Life are not stakeable in the traditional sense, but you mean by putting them into a liquidity pool. And how the liquidity pool works is it's something that people dip in and out of to when they're trading and transacting. So you don't have to wait. If you want to sell Pirate Chain, you don't have to wait for somebody on the other side who's going to buy it. The liquidity pool provides a resource for buying and selling automatically.
Exactly. And that liquidity pool technically never runs out, right? Because the thing is that there's always like basically if there's $1,000 worth of BNB in there, there's going to be $1,000 worth of war in there, right? But depending on the price of, say, war, so say it went up to, say, $1,000, right? Obviously, there'd be very little war in there in terms of the amount of war, but there'd be a significant amount of BNB, right? So that as more people try to buy, obviously the price keeps going up because it's pulling war from that pool. But then when people start selling, it starts putting war back into that pool and withdrawing some of that BNB. So that's how those liquidity pools work. And there's a bunch of math that's in the background that goes on that, I don't fully understand. So
yes, and it is a self-correcting mechanism using arbitrage and price fluctuations. And I don't fully understand it, but it is possible, like I said earlier, that I could put my convert some of my R, not all of it, into war, hold it in liquidity pool, leave it there for a while, and I would over time accumulate more war, which I can then convert to Pirate Chain and send off to my wallet.
Yeah, and then it's not minting anything. I would also want to stress that too, because I have a couple people that got a little confused because they asked, where's that additional R coming from? So what ends up happening is whether you send a transaction with war or you buy war or you sell war, whatever, 1% of that gets taken from that amount, right? So it's not a significant amount. It's only 1%. There's a lot of projects that do like 5 to 8%, which is crazy. But so it's just 1%. Half of that goes to the liquidity stakers to reward them. The other half goes to Pirate Chain for continued development, marketing, things like that. So it's also a resource for us to increase our marketing efforts and pay for additional development or things that we need to get into. Like, for example, the auditing stuff, right? There's been some clamor about getting an audit done on Pirate Chain. So that's funding that we need to do that. So there's a lot of initiatives that need to happen that need to get funded. We hate going to the community every time that we need to get funding, because it's just continually having our hands out, and that I hate that. I absolutely hate that. I prefer to be self-sufficient,
Sure.
So this allows us, and it's just a small amount. That's it. But over time, that adds up, So this way we can have some sort of revenue stream to do the things that we need to do to push the project even further forward. So
Great. Now, is there an article that explains the liquidity mining and war?
Yeah. So if you go on our website, pirate.black, and you go to there's a section on the website that has like a FAQ and basically articles that have been written by us and everything. And there's an article that explains a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
Great. Well, I should be taking a look at that because I'm interested in getting more Pirate Chain, and I don't mine it. Never mined it. Never got that technically savvy, but liquidity mining could work for me. Okay.
Oh yeah, because and keep in mind, I personally never think anything like that is a short-term thing, right?
No.
I never think of staking war or anything to that extent as like a short-term thing that I'll get in then get out.
No.
That's something that you would just leave there, because the thing is that why would you take it out if it's generating you revenue, right? So as long as it continually generates, there's no point in taking it out because you're just continually getting more.
Yep, absolutely. No, that's a very good point. And people do got to watch out because there are, PancakeSwap is pretty secure, but you do got to watch out for bugs and hacks and rug pulls and everything. So, do not put into any liquidity pool more than you're willing to lose.
Well, in our case, it's completely different because the liquidity pool is made up of users, right? Keep that in mind. When you're providing liquidity, all these people that are from Pirate Chain put in liquidity and staked it. So it's not like there can be a rug pull because, everyone that's in war would need to rug pull at the same time.
Got it.
And there's over $400,000 worth of liquidity right now in war. So,
sorry, how much, Draeth?
Over $400,000.
$400,000. Very nice.
And that's all from users.
Yeah. Now, that's a very good point. Thank you for pointing that out. Because if, for example, somebody sets up their own DeFi project that's centralized and they own the code and everything, and they could put a bug in or something that allows them to take the funds out. But like you pointed out, it's not possible with Pirate Chain because it's entirely users that have put the liquidity in. So there's no central control, which is one of the magical things I think about Pirate Chain.
Exactly.
Okay. Anything else you want to let us know about Pirate Chain?
Let's see. Yeah, we have some events that we did, like the the Miami Shitcoin Miami event. We did Pork Fest. We did several other events during that time, all of which are described on our website and the articles that we produce. We're trying to go back to Miami again in November. I'm going to try and make it there. I went to a couple of the events. I went to Pork Fest and then the Miami event last time. I'm going to try and make it again to Miami because, it's awesome down there. But we have that going on. We had NFT contest for Pirate Chain. We had music contest for Pirate Chain. We had tons and tons of stuff just going on. It's just crazy year, absolutely crazy year. And then the thing about this, I feel like Pirate Chain is always held to a higher standard than any other project I've ever seen, because literally, it's like we're always asked, so what's next? What are you guys doing next? What's coming out next? And when you look at other projects, they work on like one or two things a year, and then they never get asked, well, you're not producing enough. With us, it's like, what's coming next? We're like, well, we already did this. We already added this. This is a new feature that's completely like new to crypto. We added this. Yeah, but what's next? It's just like, oh my God.
Yes, no, I get it. And you just reminded me, actually, just on the being held to a higher standard, in a way it makes sense because of the claim that Pirate makes for itself, which is verifiable and provable, that it cannot be double spent. Double spent attacks are impossible on Pirate Chain because every single transaction is hashed onto the Komodo blockchain and then hashed onto the Litecoin blockchain. So you just need too much computing power than is available or smart. If you got 51% of the Litecoin computing power, then go and do a double spend attack on Litecoin and then convert it to Bitcoin and then buy Pirate Chain that way. That would be more economical than then adding Komodo block computing power and 51% of Pirate Chain computing power. That would actually make more sense doing it that way. And then also that it is the most secure, it is the most private, fully anonymous. It's completely invisible. You cannot get more invisible than invisible. So those are bold claims, and yeah, we keep up to it. One thing I want to add is that I am going to be at an event in Manchester in Northern England with one of the crew, and it was going to be in April 2020, but because of the lockdowns, it got postponed to October 2020, and then that got postponed. And fingers crossed, come November, if you're in England and you want to find out about Pirate Chain, you want to come and meet me and the other crew member, then please do so, and I have the details to that in the description below. But
that's CoinFest, right?
That's it. I forgot the name. It is CoinFest. CoinFest UK.
Yeah, you forgot it because it's supposed to happen so long ago, and then everything else, the world just kind of screwed up its plans, and finally they're having it. So that's amazing to hear.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward. Also, if the petrol situation in the UK holds out, if I can get enough petrol to get up to Manchester come November. Okay, Draeth, is there anything else you want to let us know?
Off the top of my head, no.
No. Okay. Well, listen, this is so fabulous. I'm going to be more than likely going to be doing a video on liquidity mining Pirate Chain because I'm interested in liquidity mining Pirate Chain myself to get more Pirate Chain. And of course, I'm going to be covering this project. The Pirate Post isn't happening this month because the author is taking a well-deserved rest, but it will be back, and I will be doing my monthly coverage of those, plus other videos about Pirate Chain and also about the BPSAA and other BPSAA projects. And so, if you have any comments, questions, let me know in the description below. And if you are watching this on, whichever channel it is, well, come over to Odyssey and BitTube because those are censorship-resistant platforms. Come and subscribe to me there. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Cryptorich and Captain Draeth signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Later.